Welcome back. Throughout his 30 years in America, Chef Marcus Samuelsson has made a name for himself in the kitchen and on your TV screen. From his prestigious James Beard Awards to helming the first state dinner of the Obama administration, Samuelsson has been a key voice in bringing African and Black cuisine to the forefront in America. I sat down with Samuelsson in his brand new restaurant, Marcus DC, right here in the nation's capital. In our Meet the Moment conversation, I talked to him about his journey from being born in a hut in Ethiopia to becoming one of the most renowned chefs in the world. Marcus Samuelsson, welcome to Meet the Press.
Welcome to Marcus DC.
Thank you. It is such an honor to be here and to be sitting with you. You have an absolutely extraordinary story. You came to the United States 30 years ago. You were born in
30 years ago.
Yes.
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 I can't even believe
years
it.
ago.
Yes.
When you hear that,
Yes.
it really hits you,
Yes.
right? You were born in Ethiopia in the middle of a civil war. You were adopted by parents in Sweden. You grew up there. You have now become a renowned chef who really puts a focus on Black and African cooking. Why has it been so important to you to build on that goal of showcasing African and Black food to the world?
I think it's an evolution. Sometimes when you are adopted, my experience of being adopted is it's almost like your identity, you can live it backwards, right? And when I decided to be a chef, it was really from my Swedish grandmother, Helga. She raised us all around good cooking, and I fell in love with it. The deliciousness of our cooking, but also the storytelling. And when I became a chef, there was only one cuisine in the world that people told us was important. It was French cooking. And as a young Black chef, I never saw anyone looking like me. So I found more identity around Black excellence, whether it was Prince or whether it was Basquiat or whether it was incredible American pop culture, right? So I studied these French books. I traveled. I worked in Japan. I worked in Switzerland. I worked in 3-star Michelin in France. And I had to learn several different languages. And everywhere I was the only person of color. And I had a lot of questions around that. Do I fit in? What is my restaurant going to look like? Do I cook African food? Do I cook Swedish food? Do I cook French food? But the Black experience is obviously not monolithic. You can be Black from Haiti, you can be Black from Jamaica, you can be Black from American from Africa. And for me, searching for my Ethiopian identity through food, through the place I was living in Harlem, in New York City, what would that taste like? That was a journey for me.
You speak with such pride about being an immigrant. And you've said one of your most memorable experiences of all of these remarkable experiences you've had is the day that you were sworn in as a U.S. citizen. Why was that so meaningful for you? And why is that so much a part of what you bring to every dish, every restaurant?
I would say besides my kids being born and the day we got married, I would say that's the most important day in my life. Because it was also a sign of a journey that I do belong. I have a place because I wanted, immigrants who choose to come to America, especially for me. I could live in a very comfortable country, and I love Sweden as well. But in America, I was allowed to hold on to my Ethiopian identity, my Swedish culture, but also at the same time be an American. And as a chef, I can cook from all of these experiences.
Do you think the American dream is still available to immigrants today in the way that it was for you when you first got here?
I think the American dream is alive. You just have to fight and battle for it more than ever. And I know we will, because the American dream, it's not a 4-year cycle. It's much larger than that. It's something that, the imperfection or the perfection of my American journey doesn't have an end to it. My kids are born and raised in Harlem, They are truly born in America, but they're equally proud of their Swedish and Ethiopian background. And that's what it means to be American.
Let's talk about this beautiful space where we're sitting right now,
Yes.
Marcus, D.C. How do you hope people feel after they eat one of your meals here?
I don't hope. I know people feel great, fantastic, because guests, our restaurant, we're very privileged and very excited about how busy we are in these very difficult times, right? I know a lot of restaurateurs, not just in DC, are working extremely hard. And, you know, the restaurant community, we always have to respond to what happens around us, right? When the unknown of cost of goods, we have to deal with that. When the labor market goes up and down, we have to deal with that. When the farms and the restaurant are getting raided, we have to deal with that. Not just as something that we see on social media, but something that is actually, it's real emotion. We know people in our community, in our very industry. And the cooks and the servers are not the ones that are creating issues. They're hardworking people with extremely passionate about being Americans and contributing. The cooks, the gardener, the server, the person who makes the beds at this hotel, they're not the ones creating issues. They're actually the ones that are adding to the American experience.
And you can watch my full interview with Marcus Samuelsson at meetthepress.com.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.